Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, you know, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. 2011 Honda Pilot front brake pad replacement. Looking at the master cylinder, just keep an eye on the fluid level. Don't want it to overflow, so we'll keep an eye on it. It's probably a min-max, minimum. Oh, there's a max right there. Levels on it, so we'll keep the fluid level between minimum and maximum. Clean rag, turkey baster, some kind of proper sucking tool to make sure fluid doesn't overflow. So keep an eye on that. When you're all done, pump the brake pedal a few times. Check the fluid level, add or remove as needed to put the fluid level between the minimum and maximum. Just locks back into place. Good places to jack down here. You want to center it on here, you can jack up and probably put both front tires up in the air at the same time. Otherwise, some good metal here. Jack up, use safety stands, protect yourself when you're jacking up your vehicle. Break the lug nuts loose a turn or two before you jack it up. These are 22mm lug nuts. Break them loose a turn or two, then jack up the vehicle and take the lug nuts off the rest of the way. Selection of my tools. Mostly using 22mm for the lug nuts, 19mm and 17mm for the caliper bolts. If they don't just come off, you can use the impact driver, which helps turn with some force, brute force. Twist and pound and it'll come off usually. Get inside here and push between the rotor and the caliper and try and make sure your slides are free and the pistons collapse. A little motion. Slides are good. This top one has a little rubber thing at the end. Pistons collapsed. Got our pads, put a little lubricant on the ends where they're going to touch the metal. I'll get it on the brake pad. Some new pieces. Clean up the old ones or replace them. It's a friction fit. So we're using a coated rotor. Doesn't need to be washed, but if you're using a regular rotor, it's going to have some oily film on it. You want to wash off with some warm soap and water. You want to machine or replace your rotors. Of course, you saw we're going to replace it. You can also use a metric bolt, 8 by 1.25, maybe by 30 or 40 millimeters. Screw them in, it'll force the rotor off. Another way to do it. Put these on, they're going to be torqued to 101 foot-pounds. Torque this to 53 foot-pounds. Do the same for the other side, of course. That is replacing your front brake pads and rotors on your 2011, I believe, Honda. Many makes and models for Honda this will work for. And we'll put the lug nuts on, tighten them in a crisscross pattern, tighten them up. Then you can torque those down to 94 foot-pounds. Pump the brake pedal a few times as we talked about with the master cylinder and top it off or take some out as needed. before letting anyone drive it.